Tom, come on up here. Give him a round of applause.
Good evening. My name is Tom-Truex. I appreciate this forum. Let me just tell you, there's a couple other forums I'm going to have in the next couple days. We're having a...
Wait, don't advertise. We got to take... Go on.
Not allowed to advertise?
Let's advertise it. We don't have a lot of time.
Okay. So see me about the meet and greet afterward, and I'll tell you where they are. Okay. Also, I do have some other information on my personal precinct web site. My blog is browardrepublican.org. So I have more information about myself on there. I've been a resident of Broward County since 1971. I'm a graduate of Miramar High School. I also have a degree from University of Miami and University of Florida. I've been married for 26 years. I have 4 children, 4 daughters. They all attended Broward County schools. I'm a small business owner. I'm a member of the National Rifle Association. I was chairman of an organization called Hope Pregnancy Centers of Broward County. I'm currently a Sunday school teacher. I've been a BREC member for about 10 years. I've walked door to door. I've helped candidates. I've called. I've sent out letters. I've written checks to campaigns. I was involved in the 2000 recount for President George W. Bush. I've worked hard for the GOP in the last 10 years. I was also on the Davie Town Council, and I served as mayor of the town of Davie for 2 terms. I know what it's like to be an elected official. I know what it's like to run a campaign to get elected. I know what it's like to lead a big meeting. Not always the most polite people, usually, but not always. My number 1 goal as chairman of BREC will be to get local officials elected. I don't take issue with the other fellows that are running for this office in the priorities. They say we have to build up BREC and we have to elect local officials. Everybody said that, but where they have it exactly backwards and where I'm different is we've got to get elected officials elected first. I'm not really that interested in just having a lot of people attend meetings just for the sake of attending meetings. The things that will energize BREC and Republicans in general is electing candidates. You'll know Colonel West's, every forum like this we go to, Colonel West's name is invoked. And the reason that is because he won his election. Nothing will build a party like success. I know firsthand, as a first-time candidate, I got very little help from anybody, especially not from BREC. And I know that in talking to a lot of first-time local candidates, that what happens is you spend most, if not all of your time, it's not campaigning, it's trying to learn how to campaign. And sometimes getting a walk list or phone list or email list is like you feel you don't really know who's on your side. It's like beating your brains against the wall to try to get those lists. And so what the county party needs to do, that needs to be our priority first and foremost. And when we start electing those municipal officials, those the countywide officials, the school board, the county commission, that's going to swell our membership. Education. Long term, the way we're going to register more Republicans, the way we're going to get more people involved in the Republican Party is through education. It's not an easy thing and it's not short term. My kids all of them went to the public school, as I said, and I can tell you in the public school, what they teach the kids is that the difference between the Democrats and Republicans is this: the Democrats are for the small guy and the Republicans are only for the rich people. They totally misrepresent what Republicans are about. Now, again, speaking for personal experience, the public high school my daughter was in had what they called a Republican student union. It was a Republican club. And we have another, those of you who are BREC members, you know we have some high school students that attend BREC. And one of them is Stefano. He did, if you look on my website, you'll see he did an endorsement of me. But if you ask kids that age, they don't know that they're allowed to even have a club. And again, Again, it's the same thing with electing local officials. It's the same thing with education. We ought not to be reinventing the wheel every time. We need to have a template that we can give to kids. It's not that hard to educate kids in the public school and get those clubs going, but you need a sponsor, you need certain things, and you can do that. And the last priority is ensuring that future generations have a better life than what we have now. I'm not interested in having the same quality of life. I'm not interested in having a worse quality of life for my kids than what I have. And the only way we're going to do that is we're going to elect fiscally responsible Republican leaders, and we're going to advocate sustainable fiscal policy. We're going to promote patriotism in America, and we're going to register Republican candidates. Thank you.
Now the fun. We got questions on this side? Michael Lane.
I don't know which way to look because I got my back to somebody no matter where I go.
First off, I'd like to thank you three gentlemen for coming tonight.
You're welcome.
It does take a certain amount of stones to stand before this crowd. Now this question, I waited till all three of you spoke.
Okay.
It's actually going to be directed to one of two of you because I know about the third and it doesn't apply.
Okay.
So it's either going to apply to you, Mr. Truex, or to Mr. Narang. One of you, it would appear, decided to use the BREC email list for your own purposes by giving it to a sleazy blogger for the purpose of basically smearing one of the other candidates.
Okay, well,
I want to know if either of you, whichever one did it, has the stones to admit it.
okay, well, I was given the BREC email list by BREC administration for the purpose of contacting BREC members. I didn't give the email list to any sleazy blogger.
I think if you're a member of BREC, you may have noticed that suddenly you're on the Menno Buckets email list. It likes to call itself the Shark Tank.
Well, why don't you ask, I don't know, you have to ask him. I don't know where he got his
One
list.
of you did it.
Okay.
All right, next question. Is there anybody over there? All right, go ahead.
Hello, Tom. I had the pleasure of meeting you for the first time when you were kind enough to come over to our meeting at Southwest Broward Republican Club. Here's why I walked away from the GOP the last time. We had a primary election. A lady by the name of Catherine Harris was elected. Okay? I happen to like the lady. I happen to think she's a Sarah Palin size smaller. Okay? I know both people personally. I worked for Sarah Palin for a while in Alaska. Okay? She's a good lady. But here's my $64 question. In my opinion, I think the leadership of BREC, be it you, be it Jay, or be it Richard, okay, basically should do this. Stay out of all political races until we, the people, decide that this gentleman is our nominee. What I seen go on with Catherine Harris made me so angry, I'd burn my Republican card. And I will burn it the next time somebody else does it. Now, from what I see of BREC, that's what's been going on. Now, I don't want to name names or point fingers, but I sat there day in and day out at the South Broward Victory Center. And every time I called for help from Hialeah, I got promises and nothing else. Every time I called up for Catherine Harris signs, they were there within 20 minutes. When I needed signs from the governor, she was there in 45 minutes. And she brought food. She was the only one who brought food. I'm speaking of, I think she's here, blonde hair, there she is. She brought food to us. Do you know what we got from everybody else?
Heather.
Zippity-doo-dah.
I thought you were
One
gonna say
lady
coffee.
pulled in from the Democrat, with 1,500 lawn signs for the governor, dropped them and walked out the door. What's your plan to prevent this kind of shenanigans from happening?
Okay, well, you have to tell me if I got the question right or not, but let me see if I can answer it. I believe that the elected officers of BREC should not promote any candidate before the primary in a contested race. And when I say that, I mean either publicly or privately, because I guess that goes back to this idea of party unity. And if you ask where have we lost party unity in the past, that's been the number one worst offender of causing hurt feelings, is people selecting a candidate before the primary. Now, I hear this business about, well, I did that privately and I didn't do that publicly. Okay, that is an answer. That's a weasel answer out of the Democrat playbook that was really perfected by Bill Clinton. So no, I don't buy that. And so what I've said before, and I'll say it again, is personally, I'm not, as BREC Chairman, I will not under any circumstances either promote or endorse or actually the party should support all candidates equally. It's not that we should be mean to them. We should help them all the same. But I won't endorse any candidate before the primary. I will also ask the rest of the elected BREC board to make the same pledge with me. I can't force them to do that, but I'll ask them. I will request that they make the same pledge. I think it's that important.
Mayor Truex, right over here. Hi, this is the fourth time I've been to...
You're not the sleazy blogger, are you?
No, not sleazy at all.
I just want to make sure I'm talking to.
Fourth time, I've heard you say that the best way to do it is get people elected, and then we'll grow the BREC. Kind of curious, a lot of us work really hard, run campaigns, and the problem is we don't have enough help to win elections. How is a politician going to win without more help for us? Because a lot of us are busting our behinds all the time. And you have a plan. I got your mailer today. You said it was a secret for obvious reasons, for security reasons. I think this is a pretty safe venue if you want to share it with us. I'm sure most of us here are not part of the media or the Democratic Party. We'd love to hear this plan, just to know.
Okay, I'm guessing you're not a supporter.
Well, Ms. Kaufman excluded, so. Thank you.
All right, I'm not sure what the question is. I don't have a secret plan.
Well, you said you wouldn't share it for security